Well, hi! Welcome to another episode of FAQ Mondays. This is episode 181. That's a lot of questions, and that's a lot of me saying first questions. And that's also a lot of pre-question dialogue. Maybe we should shorten that a little bit because this is probably really annoying. First question! I recently purchased a used Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, and it came with EL34 tubes. I'm thinking about putting in a set of 6L6s. Any suggestions on a good tube kit? Actually, to be totally honest with you, I've gone down the rabbit hole with tubes and dual rectifiers specifically. I like the stock Mesa stuff in the dual rectifiers. It's just what they're made for. And I definitely recommend 6L6s for a rectifier. I know a lot of guys like EL34s because it kind of tightens up the low end, but kind of the charm in a dual rectifier is having the big bottle 6L6 low end tone, and you can just be careful with your low end and your bass knob and you'll be just fine. But 6L6s, STR 440 Mesa Boogie tubes in the power section, and the regular rectifier tubes, and the 5UG4 whatever they're called, and the regular Mesa 12AX7s in the preamp tube. They're basically JJs that are tested to be really, really low noise. Then they actually take a hammer and bang on them to make sure they're not going to make any noise when they're in your amplifier. And then they put them in the amplifier and then they crank it up. Yeah, I got to see all this stuff when I recently took a tour on Russ Proposes last trip down the West Coast. And it was really cool to see. But yeah, Mesa Boogie tubes and Mesa Boogie amps. That's what I would do. Beer of choice. I actually stopped drinking back in July, but when I did drink, I would choose an IPA. Something from Elysian, which is local to here in the Seattle area. I really liked the Super Fuzz, and I really liked, just about any IPA, really. I mean, if I'm honest. I really liked ambers and IPAs. And beers of that sort. So yeah, look up Super Fuzz. It's the name of a rad pedal, and it's also the name of one of the best beers I have ever had, and I loved it. Would Zach do Dime justice if he ever did fill in for a Pantera reunion? Nope. With your love of coffee, have you considered opening up a coffee shop? That would take a lot of resources and a lot of time, but I do love coffee. And I don't know, I guess maybe way down the road, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, I don't know so much about coffee that I would be able to just open up my own coffee shop business willy-nilly. But if I partnered with someone or something like that, I would definitely be open to having a coffee shop of my own that I could go to and just kind of run. That sounds really relaxing, and kind of, I would just sit back and sip coffee all day. That sounds awesome. You know what? Good idea. Let's start a coffee shop. I'm gonna start a channel when I just drink coffee and I just stare into the camera. Kind of like Nick Offerman did with the drinking whiskey or scotch next to a fire for Christmas for 45 minutes. I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be with coffee. And I'll do this with my beard. And now Fluff reads a tweet. If the Goo Goo Dolls and Lady Gaga went on tour together, they could call it the Goo Goo Gaga Tour. My suggestion to you this week is to check out this old rehearsal footage from the Deftones circa 1996, 1997, around the Fur Tour timeline. This is amazing to just sit and watch and be a fly on the wall while they're just practicing in this big ass warehouse with their friends just hanging out on the couch. And it looks like a good time, and it is really cool to go back before they were one of the biggest bands in the world and just see them jamming out and having a good time. I'll pick up my links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.